What is good? What is going on? And welcome back to another video. So it's 290 days of NoFap. Holy shit, I'm almost at 300 days. I am almost officially at 300 days. Like 300. I mean, I know it's not that many zeros, but yeah, man, wow, that's a good feeling. It's a great feeling. So yeah, I I think all the hours I put in over the last 2 days. Oh, my bad. That shit, it was hitting me so heavy today. Cause today I only worked just my normal 8 to 1. Came home, did my thing. Shout out to my daughter's mother. It was her birthday today, so make sure she got her little gift or whatever. But then I came back, and it was time to work. So I'm over there sitting in my chair. My eyes got heavy. I'm doing like this, like my whole shift, and I'm like, damn, why am I so tired? I'm like, I was good the last 2 days, but I realized the last 2 days, even though I was at the airport for the whole day, every time I got an assignment, I was just moving. Now I finally had a chance to just calm down, and I'm beat. I'm super beat, but I'm good though. Like, I'm really, really good. So, shout out to KF. I saw the question posted on yesterday's video, and I was like, damn, because as soon as I woke up, I looked and I was like, damn, how do you essentially deal with the monster? How do you handle that? And it was so crazy because immediately after I saw that, I jumped on Instagram, and some girl shared this post about a dude who the girl shared like her own tweet or whatever. Well, not my friend, but it was a repost from, like, I don't know, some popular, like, the Shade Room or something kind of page. But in any case, the girl was like, she's like, I really regret giving this dude my number from she said she met this dude at her job, and she's like, she kind of regrets giving him her number. She's like, because she said, look what I woke up to. And it was a voice message of dude just kind of, he wasn't yelling and screaming or anything, but he was just kind of going off on her, all because he texted her last night or whatever, and I guess he just didn't get a reply, and more so he was just like, yeah, well, I don't know, like dude, I forgot exactly what he said verbatim, but like dude was just upset. He was angry. He was saying, oh, you and your little minimum wage job, you don't even look all that, and like dude was just hurt. And so a friend of mine, my homegirl Corey, she messaged me, and she was like, like shit like this does happen. Because when I shared the post, I was just like, men gotta heal. Like it shouldn't, rejection shouldn't lead to that. But more importantly, what's to say she wasn't asleep? Like how does he know that she was just up? And even if she was, nobody's obligated. Like, she's not obligated to reply back. And trust me, I know I've heard a lot of situations where women just under pressure because of how a lot of men behave from rejection, just out of pressure, just gave the number, knowing that she wasn't going to respond. But even if a woman doesn't respond, it's not the end of the world. It doesn't determine your worth as a man. But of course, when you don't know your worth, you're going to be seeking from validation from everywhere and everybody else. Everybody else has to make you feel good. Their actions, their behaviors, how they move, how they operate, have to make you feel good, because you automatically just don't feel good about yourself. And so in any case, she and I, we got to talking, and she was telling me, like, her father has his own group thing where he mentors and helps men in general who deal with different addictions and things like that. But he always taps into the emotional part and just addressing the fact that we as men, we're not taught how to handle or even identify properly our feelings or our emotions, or better yet, it all translates to how we express our emotions, our feelings. And I just felt like the conversation that she and I kind of dug into really just resonated with, KF's comment, asking like how do you deal with the monster? Because going back to yesterday's video, the whole point is that NoFap isn't going to work if you're not doing the work. Yes, it's very simple. Don't fap. But there's a lot of internal work that you have to get to, and there's going to be a lot of just things that you need to properly face. What I identify as the monster is when you're finally at a space to where you have no more vices, you have no more coping mechanisms, you are just to yourself, you can't run, you can't hide. You finally have to face and identify the emotion that's coming up for you. Because under normal circumstances, when that feeling comes up, you know the feeling, you're terrified of it. You run from it and you go do whatever it is. And for a lot of cases, it is fapping, or it's a combination of whatever this primary feeling is that comes up that you just don't want to deal with. You don't want to face it. You don't want to feel whatever's coming up for you. And we as men, we have to get better at that. There's so much power on the other side of being able to identify an emotion and being able to just feel and express that emotion. But unfortunately, society, life, people, have established a negative stigma to a man having feelings and expressing feelings and having emotions. Unfortunately, our sense of worth has been attached to our ability or our inability, to handle emotions. Like ultimately, we were born as babies. We cried about things. Well, what are we told? Man up, man up, man up. Stop being a little bitch. Stop being a little pussy. Or use, the other terms, essentially degrading our value. As men, it's like, damn, like as a boy, like, okay, so I'm not worthy enough, because I have these feelings. But the truth is they don't go away because it's part of us. It's part of our nature. We got people in our lives telling us how to improperly handle something that's just natural. And truth is, when we suppress it, I tell people all the time, I'm like, yo, all the trauma that you put to the back burner, the emotions that you were just so afraid of feeling, the things that you just don't want to feel, you're like, well, I'd rather not feel this way because I'm going to feel like shit. And I'm like, yeah, but you're living like shit. But when you suppress things and put it to the back burner, picture it like a closet that you always put shit into. For years. It's not like it's a new closet, it's the same fucking closet. You just packing shit in. And as you get older, that door is getting a lot harder to close. Now you got to kind of hold it up, you know what I mean? And then kind of, lean up against it, put all your body weight on it. Just put your whole back against it to try to get it to close. Well, eventually that door is just going to bust the fuck open. And now all you're left with is just all the shit that you never actually dealt with. That's your monster. That is the monster. All the shit that you never actually dealt with. And it's a lot of shit in there. It's a big fucking closet. Now what you have to do, take each item little by little. You got to learn to make peace with it. And trust me, I know it's hard. I know it's hard because it was just easier to decide I'm gonna live life this way from now on. This is what I'm gonna do when something like this happens again, because I don't want to go through that pain again. So yeah, if I even get the slightest hint of this same thing about to happen, this is how I'm gonna handle it from here on out. And you're just always on guard. You're always on guard. You're not living through your heart. Everything is all head energy. You're just strictly in your head. You're always up here, thinking. Oh, yep, that's it. Okay. You know, and it's like you're not living as your best self. You're not living as your higher, authentic self. You know, you're just living as this shell of a version of you. That's why I said before, like, yo, there's gonna be layers and layers and layers. Like, yo, when that closet door come busting open with all that shit that just pouring out on you, what you gonna do? Throw it all back in there? Because I get it. It's easier to just set it and forget it. You used to close that door. I ain't got to worry about it. Yep, it's gone. It's gone. And yeah, you're right. Shit just sit in the closet. But as you get older, like I said, that door becomes a lot harder to close. And eventually, when all the shit comes pouring out, now you got to decide, okay, is this worth holding on to? Was that experience really worth holding on to? Like what did I gain from that? Did this help me in some way? Better yet, is letting it go truly gonna help me? You know, like I said, when all the shit comes out, yo, start bagging it up. Get a trash bag, get some boxes. You know? I mean, it's no different than when you move. I'm sure we've all moved at least once or twice in our life at this point, right? You go through the whole house, damn, you see all these memories. Shit. Yeah, I remember this one. Yeah. But what do? You decide what's worth keeping, and you decide what has to get thrown out. There's a lot of shit you just got to throw out. Because even though you put it to the back burner, you're still holding on to it. And unless you taking that trauma or whatever it was, that painful experience, and threw it in the trash. And don't get me wrong, and I'm not saying like let it go, cause like I get it. I know it's hard because of the fact that we feel, oh well, if I just forget about it, if I just let it go, you know, that there's this level of acceptance, and almost we feel like, well, if I let it go, then that means that I liked what happened to me, that whoever did what, you know, as painful as it was, that the betrayal, whatever it was, that I allowed it and that I liked it. No, like that's not it. That's not it. It's just at some point you have to see it for what it is, and then decide how will this continue to affect you moving forward. You know, like trust me, like there's a lot of painful shit that we go through. And from those moments, like I said, when we decide, okay, well, this is how I'm going to live moving forward because of this, all we're doing is adding more shit and adding a whole new set of challenges for our life moving forward in the next relationship, the next friendship, whatever it is, because now we're building these relationships and friendships based on a false self that we have now. Now we have our false self moving forward. And we're trying to find love and all these other things and build connections based on a false version of ourselves. But it all starts with knowing how to identify, being able to identify what these feelings and emotions are. And then deciding if you want to toss it out, make peace with it. Can you find forgiveness, true forgiveness in your heart? Shit, like I said, if you look at videos of The Secret, like I said, old girl was like, yo, true forgiveness is when you can literally look the person in the eyes that hurt you the most and thank them for giving you that experience. I said, man, that's powerful. You know, because but again, that ties into what this whole journey is, or at least a big piece of the journey. Because like I said, it's not like I go out here looking for shitty things to happen to me. It's just when something unpleasant happens or something goes against the plan that I may have had, and I'm like, damn, like, you know, and I feel like initially I would feel like, damn, I failed, when that's not it. It's just in this struggle, in this turmoil, there's a blessing that I need to get to. I need to dig a little bit deeper to figure out what it is. But we all want things to be certain. We all want things to be definite. You know, like I was gonna say earlier something along the lines of like when we have to make peace with situations and people that hurt us. I know it's hard because we want the certainty of getting revenge. We want the certainty of hurting them back. You know, we don't want to wait on karma. We don't want to wait on the universe, you know, to get them back on our behalf, when the reality is sometimes that karma may not hit for like another 5-10 years. And in that time, what have you done for your life to grow yourself? Like, what have you done for your life other than just sit back and watch you know, the person that hurt you live their life? Like, what? Nah. Let that go. Let that go. Because the beauty is, if they left and you're growing, them leaving was necessary. They were your fucking anchor. And I get it, and I know, and trust me, and I know it sucks. It hurts like all hell. It's like, damn, but this was the future. No. Start looking forward to a future, to a better future. Start looking forward to better things to come. Start believing that better things will come. And it's not just for the sake of, you know, saying, you know, that they were trash or whatever. It's just, it's the reality of things. Sometimes things happen and people walk out of your life, and that's okay. You know, like things happen, but you have to be able to truly, you have to get better at handling and dealing with those feelings. And trust me, only you know exactly what those traumas, what those triggers are, what it is that has been hurting you the most this entire time. You know, and trust me, this ain't even no like set blueprint for everybody, but just because trust me, everyone's triggers, everyone's traumas, everyone's experiences are extremely different. You know, so it's like one person may have to dig a lot deeper sooner, others may have to dig a lot deeper later on. But like I said, at some point, that monster that you have to face, it is your shit. It's your traumas, you know. But you have to just get with identifying it and then allowing yourself space to feel whatever comes up. It's going to be a lot of crying. Trust me, it's going to be a lot of crying. But that's where the healing comes from. Because after the cry is out, you know, like you feel just, okay. I had to let that out. Because growing up, when you first used to cry, you were told, shut up. You know? Like just imagine your emotions are like this I don't know, like a leaky faucet or some shit, like a pipe that was leaking. It's like you had to hurry up and just cut it off every time. Just cut it off, you know? Then eventually the pipe buzzed all over the place, like fuck. Now you gotta work on building a new pipe and installing, you know, a new system, a more efficient system. You get me? I hope so. Because, yeah, I know I rambled a little bit, but the gist of it is to be able to really, you know, identify or just allow yourself to feel whatever's coming up. But there's a lot of shit you got to let go. You have to. And the best part is when you get to the point to where you have as much peace and as much excitement for the things that you're letting go as the things that you've kept, as the things that you are now building new. You know, like there's pain in letting things go because you have this regret, or you have this no, if I do, oh my God, you know, and then there's just a little bit of fear attached to it. But when you can finally let things go and let those experiences go, it's like, you know what, you served your purpose. You brought me to this point, which is the start of my journey to building my new and better life. Thank you. Thank you. Yep, I have to let this go too. Thank you so much. Damn, yeah, that experience too. Yeah, no, thank you. It all of this brought me here. But now it no longer serves where I'm headed. It served its purpose to get me here, but it doesn't serve where I'm headed. Now we're gonna find things to serve us now for our future. So again, I hope that made sense. All right, but either way, thank you, thank you. So yeah, man, another day down to 90. Very soon we'll be at day 300, which means very soon we'll be at day 365, which is like a big milestone, huge milestone, man. But yeah, I'm beat. I'm tired. Um, I might do it tomorrow because I'm really thinking about buying an iPhone. Like I'm really thinking about getting an iPhone. But either way, that's some other shit. But yeah, man. So as always, we show gratitude to the universe and to God because we are grateful for the life that we have, so we can manifest the life that we want and deserve. All right. As always, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Thanks for rocking with me. I love y'all a lot. All right, peace.